Today is going to be a wonderful day here on Makeshift. And the reason for that being, we get to start the beach restoration project. So if you guys aren't caught up on last time, we discovered, well, more like it was just very clear that the beach is not looking too great all around. And I would like to very much remedy that. And I'm calling this big server project the Beach Restoration Project. So my general idea for this is I want to have a big board of stuff to do for all the server members to help with. I'm going to try and provide rewards as much as I can, probably some IOUs in there. And we need to make a system that kind of detects like when someone puts stuff in and whatnot, all that jazz. Until it gets to a certain point and I have all the stuff I need to fix the beach. And I made a little bit of a logo for this thing, and I want to make a big giant board with this on it. This looks really cool, actually. I didn't think it would be this big. Look at this. Anyways, I'm going to keep that. I want to go and, like I said, I want to make a board with a whole bunch of stuff on it. So we need to do a few things. One, we need to find a bunch of stuff for people to do. I already have a few ideas, and I'm also going to be working with the Matter on this, which, you know, I might as well play that clip from this morning. I'm making my way. These are the best things ever.
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm trying
to. Interesting build palette though.
Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking like usually like beach houses are kind of colorful, and I was thinking I wanted to go for more old rustic, and I was like, you know what? You know, I also found some inspiration on Google. The color palette is from Google, but the house I built myself, so I thought it was pretty cool.
I want to get your reaction on this.
Yeah. What is going on here?
This is just a little item farm.
Ooh.
Also, don't get surprised by the fact that we cleared out like most of the jungle and like a line worth of trees. So
that's fine as long as we have saplings.
I mean, I see a wood farm over there which is overflowing, and I don't really like it that much.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. You know what that brings up? Come here. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I had this talk with everyone else as well because it's gonna have something to do with my video. This beach is horrendous. You know, whether you're on the ground.
Talking about the fact that everything is spawnable and it's horrible. And
it's horrible. It looks horrible. It's functionally horrible. What is this? What is this? Do you see this? I'm going to start something called the Beach Restoration Project. Basically, the plan is I'm going to have like a big board of stuff to do. And if you do some task, I'm going to reward you some way, is the plan. So it's kind of like a big community thing where we all fix up the beach. You know, I give you stuff in return. Maybe someone else wants to collab with me on that. I don't know. I was thinking, since you live on this beach too, or at least you see it, if you wanted to be in on that with me.
Yeah, I mean, the neighbors though, like how could
I say no? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We have to make bridges to each other.
Yes.
And, like
this beach needs to look nice.
Yeah, it will look nice. If like you see what I have terraformed. Yeah. Like, you know.
I plan on doing a lot of the same. I think mine's going to be a lot more beachy than cliffy, but that's okay. We're still gonna build bridges. I'll leave you like a little note on the stuff I do, and then you can do your stuff as well. I'll make the board and I'll do some of the stuff as well. All right. I will see you when I see you, Matter. It was nice talking to you. Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this project. I'm really excited for it. So, without further ado, let's make ourselves a really nice board. So I have a general idea for what I want to put on this board. I want it to be pretty colorful, beach themed, of course, because it says has to do with the beach. Something in right over here in the middle of everyone, so hopefully everyone should see it. Like right around here. Everyone should hopefully see this really giant board. Something we have like basically a big panel, it has a big outline to it. Like I said, I want everyone to see it. So I gotta make it pretty big, by this big. And I should have brought my drone. If I fall, am I gonna die? Just about. Let me go ahead and grab that. Now, hopefully this isn't too tall. I don't think it should be. Yeah, this should be a pretty good size. Like I said, I want people to notice this. And I think for my color palette, I have a good few blocks here. I don't know how many I'm actually going to use, but I do want this like salmon colored block, like acacia. Matches the beach theme pretty well. Obviously, I want the blues again, like I have at the beach house. Some bamboo as well, and perhaps also some birch. I'm thinking this should be a pretty good color palette. I might throw in a little bit more green there, maybe some yellow, like concrete to act as coral, but we'll see. I want a big, kind of like stone brick outline. Hopefully it gives it a pretty nice vibe. Hello?
Do you need this?
Ooh, I would like some, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
That's
How much
going
is
to
this?
be an IOU.
That's an IOU? Let me go ahead and write you the paper for that. Or I guess I should get it signed so then, you know, I'll just, do you have an anvil? Do we have an anvil?
Yeah, I do have an anvil.
Then here's that IOU. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
All right. You have a good day. I'm going to keep
Nice.
working on the thing. So I'm thinking roughly this shape. Obviously, I'm going to do up the sides here just a little bit more. Get the dirt around here cleaned up a bit. Something like that. I might have this go just a little bit more up. Just give the board a little bit of thickness. Yeah, that looks good. And then obviously I'm going to need to have the base of the board, which I'm thinking on the bottom, I'm going to have that salmon color from the acacia logs. Oh yeah, I'm starting to like this. And a little bit of a lighter with the normal acacia planks here as well. And you know, I can always just rebuild all of this if I feel like it doesn't work out. But let me go ahead, let me try that color transition. And I'll be back when I have something I like and I'm ready to show. So I'm thinking for the general shape of this, obviously there's a lot more spicing up, and I think I'm also going to get rid of this bamboo up here. I don't really like it as much as I thought I would. Just make this the planks instead, and I'll use the greens somewhere else in this area. But I think this general shape is pretty good. I'm going to spice this up a bit. I'm obviously not going to finish it. There's a lot more to do around here, but a good start. So I was going to cut back to the new board. I've been gone for like 2 days. Been a little bit sick. I'm sorry if you can still notice it in my voice. I come back and it looks like someone has gone ahead and fixed the beach. Interesting. And all my stuff has been moved as well. Does this mean that the beach restoration project is ending? No. No, not at all. There's still so much we have to do for this beach to make it look nice. But this definitely makes my job a lot easier. Wasn't really expecting this. Yeah, obviously there's still a lot of work to be done. I want to terraform everything in general, so let's go ahead. We're going to show you guys the board. That's crazy to me. I did not think I was going to come back to that. It was, if I had to guess, it was Matter who did that. I'll have to ask him when I see him on again. But this changes nothing. There's still a lot of work to do. Yeah, a lot of terraforming has to be done. This is part of the project. Luckily, someone has left a whole bunch of sand here. Not quite exactly sure where this is from, but I'm definitely going to be using it. But basically, my idea is I want to have the beach preservation or the beach restoration project sign right over here. I'm going to have kind of like an aisle of each of the server members. I'm going to have a little chest for them probably. This is just a little rough drafts. This could easily change in the next 5 minutes. But basically, there's going to be a little hopper or something at the end of it for when you complete a task, and you will get a signed kind of point from me. And I'm thinking whoever has the most points at the end will get something, or every single point will be worth something. Who knows? I may make a shop in the future that you could use the points on. We'll see. Like I said, this is just a little bit of a rough draft. The basic idea. I want to give out basically something, some item whenever you fulfill some task, and that item can be used for something in exchange. So basically, you're not doing work for free, unfortunately, for me. I actually have to give stuff out. So from there, I made the executive decision that I no longer wanted to do anything else before I was kitted out and had some nice stuff. And from there, I went ahead and I used somebody's villager trading hall. Don't know whose, but there was no prices on anything, so I went ahead and I made myself at home. Hey, there's no price on it. It's in spawn. I'm going to say it's free game. So that brings us to now, where I had gone and done a whole bunch of quartz mining, but unfortunately, I died. And I lost all of the XP from that, so I have a whole bunch of books here, none of which I can actually put on anything because it's too expensive. Look at this. So yeah, I guess I'm a noob at Minecraft. I messed that up just a little bit. So we will have to continue on the beach restoration project for now with some pretty bad tools. Not the end of the world, I guess. So, my first order of business as I don't know, king of the beach? Sure, we can go with that. is I need a platform, an area, a place for everyone to kind of interact with this project, which means all of this needs to be turned into sand. And I have a pretty good idea, but I'll be back when the rest of this is sand. This is perfect. So I'm thinking down the middle here, we have like probably a little bit of a pathway something, which I guess I should extend this sand outwards more, I guess, just so there's more room for said pathway, something like that. So this pathway is going to go along, and I think on both sides, I'm going to have pedestals for each person, and probably probably on this end here, I'll clear up some space right here. I will have the drop-off point for a whole bunch of stuff that people can put in and claim their rewards. Now, obviously, first I am going to need a pathway. I think we just have some different textures of sand in here, and hopefully this looks a bit pathway-ish. Probably will. I think it will. Something like this should do. Doesn't need to be too complicated, really. Yeah, I think that should do the trick. And if I don't include myself, I'm going to need 6 total totems. But I am going to go ahead and include myself here at the end. Everyone's going to get their own barrel. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with these barrels yet. We'll see. I may end up moving these down, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I actually just came up with an idea. And each of these, I'm going to have the player's head on top of. So I spent the last few hours or so deciding how I want to do this, a little bit of creative testing, and I believe I know how I'm going to do this. Originally, I had a more manual system in mind with just a bunch of individual quests, but I have changed my mind. I'm going to do something a little different and something that makes it a little more automated. So this is going to basically work off of a point system. So every quest is going to have a certain point. The book and quill will go ahead and be called how many points it is. For example, let me go ahead and copy one of the quests I already had down. Like this one where I want you to build a sand farm with these criteria. So this one is going to be a challenge quest. I'll go ahead and explain that here in a second. And this will be worth 3 points. And that will go into this chest up here, ready for someone to take and finish. So let me go ahead and explain the different kinds of quests. So yellow quests are going to be item retrieval quests, basically get me a bunch of stuff, put it in here. Purple are going to be terraform quests, so i.e. get rid of all this village stuff. And red is going to be challenge quests, like build a farm, or I don't know, get me a stack of someone's head on the server. And the system is going to be basically whenever you finish your quest, you're going to put it in this barrel. It will then take that from you and go ahead and distribute different things. Well, I say different things. It's going to give you honey tokens, which are then going to be redeemable at the end of the beach restoration project for different rewards such as IOUs and whatnot. That's the plan. The problem with this is I'm completely broke. There's no way I could afford to do any of this. So let's let's make some arrangements. Hello?
Yo, what's good?
What is going on in here?
Certainly not me rebuilding a tunnel bore after I dropped it on the ground and let it despawn.
Oh no.
That would be a silly thing to do.
Oh, you see, I was wondering where your little thing went. I was totally trying to steal stuff yesterday. I was totally trying to look at your stuff yesterday and I could not find where it went. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'm currently recording a clip. I'm currently doing stuff with the beach restoration project, as I'm sure you could tell, but I'm broke.
That's lovely.
Completely broke. Right, I cannot afford to do any of the systems going on over there, so I have a little deal to make with you.
Tell me what you need.
Okay. So let me quickly explain how the thing's gonna work. So basically, you're going to do stuff, and whenever you're done with that stuff, you're gonna turn it in, and you're gonna get some of these. And then at the end of the event, you'll be able to turn all of these in for different things like IOUs and whatnot. It's gonna probably be the most expensive one. But what I was thinking is I will go ahead and I will let you choose 3 different tasks before anyone else does, and I'll give you an extra extra currency at the beginning. I don't know how much yet because I have to figure out all the numbers, but basically giving you a little bit of advantage over everyone else. I do plan on having a leaderboard.
Okay. Where do I start?
But yeah, I'll come back in 10-ish minutes, and I'll come back with a whole list of different things that you can choose from. And these are going to also be updated throughout the whole, month or 2 that this goes on. So,
sure,
but I'll definitely show you the first batch, and I'll give you whatever ones you want first. And then whatever I have,
these were for display.
Yeah, for now, I don't actually have a honey farm yet, so I'm probably going to turn these into beehives. All right, well, that's fine. So what I was going to ask is I am going to need a big vault. I'm also probably going to need just a little bit of brass for logistics stuff. But that's it really that I need for now. I might ask you for more. Sure. We'll see. Oh, do you have any levels on you by chance?
31. I have exactly 31 levels.
Follow me.
Okay. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. I will let you know when I'm ready to ask for more stuff, but if it's not too much, I might just go to your vault and see if you have it.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Wait, what? I'm leaving you alone, right, to do your thing?
Yeah, I'll come get you in like 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Later. I'm in so much debt. Anyway, let's write some quests. We have some alone now, so we can go ahead and actually get started on this. I'm really excited. So we have that first quest in here. I'm going to go ahead and do some of the other quests, and I'll be back when I present them to Vi. Hello?
Hello.
All right, so I have a whole bunch of different tasks in here. You can go ahead and pick 4 that you want dibs on.
I mean, challenge is just... I can't not try the hardest challenge. Come on. It says 6 points. I gotta...
Yes, you got to take another one with it if you're going to do the hardest one.
Oh, okay.
If you could find it. I think... Let me see if I can find the 2. Hold on. Yes, these are the 3 that are kind of all in one. If people didn't do them separately. Those 3 are kind of can be connected.
Okay. I'm going to start with the 6.1.
Yeah.
Do I need to read this out, or is this
You can if you want. You can.
Like, read it myself. Okay. Oh, no. Connect at least 5 of the nether portals on the nether roof by railway. Can be completed with the other nether roof quest. Does not need to be decorated yet. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll do like another. Yeah. Create another portal on the beach that links to the top of the nether roof. Okay, cool. And on the nether roof, build at least 5 nether portals to 5 different biomes/structures, including pathways if you want. If not, provide coords at the spawn port. Oh, dude, this is right up my alley. I could totally do this. I'm taking all of these.
All right, and then did you want one more? We got a few others.
I feel like I'm sharking all the good ones at this point.
A little bit. I had to make a lot more, yeah.
Starting strong with 9 points, I feel like I got to give the other guys a chance. I'll leave it to them.
All right, cool. All right, well, you have a good time with the rest of your episode. I'm going to continue working on this. You'll probably see me around.
I definitely will. See ya.
Man, I got a lot more quests to make. I totally just gave out a bunch of the good ones, but that's good. We want people to enjoy this, so I'm going to go ahead. I need to go ahead and explain this project to everyone with this lectern, and we're almost ready to start this thing. So I've gone ahead and I have written a book here that should display everything. I'm going to go ahead and, oops, I seem to have lost it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and just flip through this, and you can pause if you want to read it. So this will be going on to this lectern right here. I probably want some sort of lighting. For now, it's just going to be a torch, but I'm going to go ahead and let everyone know that this is here. Now we need to go ahead and make a system that takes in the quest. So here's the plan. I have it all figured out. I finally figured out what I want to do. So each of these totems is going to be for a player. I'm going to request that I have one copy of everyone's head to put on top. For now, I'm just going to say first come, first serve. But first, let's work out the system. Let me explain how this works. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it and then do it. Basically, you take your quest, and whenever you're done, you're going to go ahead and put it into your barrel. Now, I would like this barrel to be able to detect how many points are from the book. I'm going to see if it works. It might not. I may have to do very specific filters down here for the different quests, but I mean, that's not the end of the world. So without further ado, let me show you guys the system I made for this. Alrighty, behind me is almost the finished prototype. It doesn't have everything installed yet, but the basic gist of it is done. So the point of this system is to take a certain item that has a filter on it. So these will be filtered. From that filter, I will dispense a certain amount of honey tokens, and then your quest book or item that you go through will end up in a very specific chest that belongs to you. So for example, let's say I am the player that has this specific barrel. I complete a 1-point quest. We should see that taken through, honey gets dispersed, and it's going to be taken to this barrel here, this specific barrel here. And we should see 1 honey gets dispensed up here. Perfect. Now let's say I do a 2-point quest. We should see that taken through. Everything accounted for, honey's dispensed. It also gets taken to this player's chest. So now I think it's a pretty good time for a lengthy montage. There's a lot of stuff we have to steal from Vi, and probably a lot of stuff we're going to have to gather on our own as well. As you can see, that thing was not cheap. No, not at all. So you should be hearing music. Let's get this done. Let's get this built. Alrighty, so I believe I have everything ready. I actually didn't really steal anything. Can you guys believe it? The vault obviously is not as big as the one in the prototype. I will probably make this bigger. I would like it to be one big vault, but I mean, if it can't be like that, that's okay. I've also expanded this. This can now go up to 12. We'll see if I can make it work. I think I should be able to. So turn off that music again. Let's get building. Alrighty, everyone. I believe after a lot of troubleshooting, actually, this is done. Obviously, it needs to look better, but let's go ahead and test this out. So let's say I go ahead and I complete a 2-point task. I have no idea where that one was supposed to belong. Hold on. Yeah, see, that one's supposed to be in here. Let's say I complete this task here. I'm from this barrel. Sure, we should see, yes, we should see that copper bulb light up. We should see it go through here. So that copper bulb means basically this slot matches up to this barrel. So whatever quest was in here should go to the barrel that's in that slot. And we should see, is that what I think it is? Yes. Yes. I appear to have some filters wrong. Gonna have to fix that, but that's okay. Yeah, I have them on backwards. So this should be 2, not 11, but that's okay. And we should see that down here, that quest got deposited into this first barrel. Yes, the first barrel, because the barrel up there corresponds with this barrel down here, and that's just so I can keep track of who does what quest. So every single player will have their own barrel. I've already said that, and each one of their barrels will correspond with the barrel down here, so I can see what they have done. This is going to be very exciting. So I am very happy that that works. I just need to go ahead and fix some of the numbers down here, and then we should be good to go. Alrighty, so final test here. Let's say I complete a 8-point quest, and I am in this barrel. We should see that get taken through. Oh yeah, it should run through one of these over on this side. Yep, perfect. We should see that the gold or brass, whatever filler item I have in there, be dispersed. And this should be 8 pieces. Perfect. Perfect. And we should see that into a corresponding barrel. It should be on the very end here. Yes. Oh my gosh, it all works. Oh my lord, this took me hours and hours to do. It is finally done, and it is such a mess down here. I'm really gonna regret not making this a little bit easier to navigate, but that's okay. I need it to be a little concise, and I feel like I did a pretty good job of getting it in a small spot, so I'm pretty happy with this. So next up, we are going to need a honey farm, obviously for the honey tokens, but I don't know how much time I have for that at the current moment, so I think what I'm gonna do for the time being is something a little bit cheeky, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna make some vouchers so people will be able to turn these in for actual honey tokens whenever I get some honey, which will most definitely be one of the first automatic farms that we make. Next episode is gonna be a busy one, but I need to go ahead and fill up the vaults down here with some of this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and empty out all the other random stuff that I put in here. And I should see that this works if I go ahead and I get a 8-point quest, turn it in, everything should do its thing, and I should see the honey vouchers on this depot shortly. Perfect. Uh-oh, it gave me 16. That is not quite what I wanted. It looks like I need to turn up the RPM on this just a little bit. Bring it to 96, and let's test that one more time, because we do not want to be giving out extra of these, because that means more debt for me. Let's try this one more time. Perfect. It looks like we got the correct amount that time, which means that this is ready to go. So I'm just going to do a bit of touching up to this right here so it doesn't look like there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll be back in like 3 seconds. I'm going to do it really nice, but I'm not going to waste your time with it. So everything here is ready to go. I actually ran out of iron, otherwise I would have put lanterns here. And it could also look a little bit nicer, but like I said, I don't really have too much stuff at the moment. I guess that's the whole point of this project. So I'm definitely going to do up this part of the beach as this project goes on. I'm going to make this look a little better, but everything is ready. I have all the instructions here. Hopefully no one breaks the system. I guess the last thing I need to do is make sure that only books can go through the filters. But anyways, unfortunately, that is all the time I have left for today. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode of Makeshift, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me and more of the Create Mod, hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Makeshift. Later!